Hello! This is a really quick video on graphing basic inequalities. So let's review the symbols really quickly. You can see I have an example for greater than. You can see the arrow points to the right. Greater than or equal to, arrow still points to the right, but we have the line underneath. And then less than and less than or equal to are similar. Now when we graph, you have to remember that you have to use a closed dot if your inequality has greater than or equal to in it, or less than or equal to in it. And we use an open dot if it's just greater than or just less than. So let's look at a couple examples. So the first one says x is less than 6. And you'll notice my number lines were blank. So I went in and picked a place for 0, and then I also numbered whatever number is provided in the inequality. So here it's 6, because every number less than 6 is going to satisfy that inequality. So because it's less than 6, I am going to use an open dot. So an open dot here. And now I need to decide if my arrow should point left or if it should point right. Well, I'm looking for numbers, some number, right, some number x, that is less than 6. So the numbers to the left here, like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, are all less than 6. So I know my arrow should point to the left. Now let's look at the bottom one. X is less than or equal to negative 3. Alright, so it's less than or equal to. So since it can be equal to negative 3, I'm going to do a closed dot. And now again, I have to ask myself, should my arrow point left or should my arrow point right? Well, I'm looking for numbers that are less than or equal to negative 3. So they have to be smaller than that. Also going to point left. If you're not sure, you can try numbers out. So like if I do negative 5 here, is negative 5 less than negative 3? Yes. Is 0 less than negative 3 if I was going to point my arrow to the right? No. So I'm correct in assuming my arrow should point to the left. Alright, 2 more examples. So we have a is greater than 0. Here I only need 0 on my number line then. It's just greater than 0. It can't be equal to 0, so I need to do an open dot. And I'm looking for numbers that are bigger than 0. So in this case, I know the numbers to the right are greater than 0. Over here we'd have like 2, 4, 5, all those numbers that are greater than 0. The bottom one says a is greater than or equal to negative 1. So I know my number can be equal to negative 1. So I'm going to do a closed dot. And I'm looking for numbers that are bigger than negative 1. So let's do a check. Let's say I was going to point my arrow to the left. Then I would have negative 2. Is negative 2 greater than or equal to negative 1? No. Now let's flip to the other side of negative 1 and use 0. Is 0 greater than or equal to negative 1? Yeah, 0 is greater than negative 1. So my arrow needs to point to the right. Hope this helps.